Hey everybody, I'm here with David Chabut, great Loganville baseball player, senior at Kennesaw State, getting ready for his senior year, getting ready for the Major League Baseball draft too. And David came in to spend a few minutes with us. We're going to talk about an important subject, and I wanted to share with you the topic of knowing your why. Well, David, one of the things I've been talking to my guys about is, the idea of going down and playing at the next level.
Yes.
And some guys, dream of doing that their whole lives. Some guys decide that at some point in their baseball career. Other guys decide they don't want to play at the next level. They want to go to school, or they want to go to work, they want to go in the military, whatever that might be. And all those things are great. But whatever it is you want to do, I found it's important to have purpose behind that, having a why. You want to have the go, but why do you want to have that go? And so you've spent 4 years at Kennesaw State playing at a high level in Division I baseball. I'm guessing that you didn't just go there because you wanted to play college baseball, but you went there with a purpose. Otherwise, you wouldn't have finished. I think the percentages of guys who get to go play baseball is pretty low, but the guys who go on and get to play also who finish after 4 years, it's probably a lot lower. I think I read something that was about 1 or 2% of the guys who get to go play baseball actually finish.
Sure, yeah.
So talk to us about your why and why that's important to have a why.
Actually, I think that's a big key factor to deciding, period, overall, if you're going to go play baseball in college or academics or sports overall. What school you go to is why. Really, for me, my why was, at the end of the day, I grew so much as a person within this game. I knew that this game had so much more to advance, not just my life in baseball, but my life overall as a human being, as a man, as a father one day, as a husband hopefully one day, basically as a friend, really. I wanted to play college baseball because this game I've spent so much time with Connor and you guys, and then Tyler Mitchell and those guys down when we were younger. All the guys on the Loganville baseball team, every single one of those guys. I think once we all turned 14, we ended up in 9th grade together. I mean, we did what? Work out, eat, sleep, travel ball, all those things together. These people that I was influenced by the entire time through that upbringing were who made me who I am as a man today. Not saying my family and my father and my sister and my mother and all them weren't involved in that, but they're a big part of it. But like when you're involved in this game, Baseball's a lifestyle, especially with guys that are as bought in and invested as we were growing up. Your personality, the way you eat, the way you talk, everything like that develops through the people you're around constantly. And so when I stepped back, I think it was right after I tore my ACL my senior year of high school, before I came back. Kind of stepped back and I was like, why do I want to play college ball? I thought I was the high road to getting my shot at playing, some pro ball at high school. God had a different plan for me, and that was really when I stepped back and I looked back and I was like, okay, what's my why? And at the end of the day, when a pro scout asked me, like, why do you play baseball? Why do you do this? And what I can say personally got me to my 4th year to where I could say I had a successful run at the end of the day, and that I'm proud that I'm finishing as an Owl, and I finally made all 4 years without something coming to where it took the ball from me. I would say it was because I wanted to learn the lessons life had to give me through the game of baseball, which was where I found, as weird as you guys wouldn't think it's weird, but many people would think, as weird as it is, I found God through baseball. People I met through baseball who are, again, FCA, through you guys. You guys, started my relationship through that. Through the FCA program in baseball. When I got to college at Kennesaw, I developed with other guys. Other guys found me and they were like, hey, have you ever been to church? Have you done this and that? Have you talked to God before? Have you gamed? Have you prayed before an AB? And as weird as it is to say, I never really did that when I grew up. I believed. I always prayed after games because that's what we do. That's the right thing to do, and I believe it 1,000%. I think that you have to give thanks for the game before and after every game, because at the end of the day, it can be taken like that. But I never thought about praying before an AB, praying in situations during games, things like that. But I found guys like that who have changed me and given me my relationship with the Lord and something that I can actually be proud of. And understanding too, which is the best part. So at the end of the day, my why was because I knew this school or this game was going to advance me to the next level of my life. Not game, not baseball. I mean, pro ball's cool, but at the end of the day, there's not one baseball player that's 45 years old and is going to continue on until they're 50.
That's true. That's true.
So,
I appreciate you saying that, and that means a lot because I mean that's why we did what we did back in the day, and that's why we're continuing to do what we do. Let me ask you though. Let me dwell down a little bit more into this. So, I know you've heard this before. Life is a lot like baseball. You know,
ups and downs.
And there's ups and downs, and you know, 300 hitter is a a Hall of Famer, right? In the pros. So that means you're failing quite a bit, you know. So baseball's a game of failure. We just talk about that to our guys, and you know that. But there are times when, man, you hit the wall and nothing's going right. Same thing happens in life. So what keeps you focused on that why and that purpose when you're going through, you know, those ups and downs? How do you get through? Maybe a better way to put it, how do you get through those times when, you know, you're 0 for the month and can't buy a hit?
Really, I think that's what keeps me going through. And guys, don't get me wrong, I can't lie. I've literally struggled to the point to where I said no more, no more. Like I can't do it anymore. I can't. I don't even want to pick the bat up, Dad. And every time he looked at me and he was like, "You're good, Dave. You're good. Just keep playing ball. Play. Why do you want to play ball?" And the next day he'll call me in the morning and be like, "Do you want to play? Do you love it?" And I said, "Man, you know, I do love it. Like at the end of the day, those struggles, they suck. They really do. They suck. But at the end of the day, when you have that 0 for 20 and then you become 1 for 21, for some reason that success meant so much because you failed so hard. It's like the saying in life, nothing worth it ever comes easy.
Right.
Baseball especially. It's the game, like you said, 3 out of 10 hits, you're a Hall of Famer. Everything we do in baseball is judged. It's immediately the way you run, the way you walk, the way you hit, the way you throw. Everything's judged. And at the end of the day,
now more than ever,
especially now more than ever, with video stats,
right.
I mean, rotations,
it's crazy.
All those things, you know. But for me, the reason I keep playing is because I love the game. And when I think about my love for the game, I don't think of, you know, I do think of the state championship, I can't lie. I mean, that was awesome. This was a passion to play. But I really think about back when, more of the days after my travel ball, when I was younger as a kid, you know, the wall ball we played, the pickle we played, how we pegged each other just because it was fun. That's really where I go back into it, and the best way to look at it is like how they do it in the Sandlot movie. I mean, the fireworks are going off. They're like, everybody get a ball, everybody get a bat, let's go.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, whether I'm winning or losing, preferably winning, especially in the Sandlot. But if I'm winning or losing, and I'm smiling about it, man, the happiness at the end of the day, and that's what's making me happy still, is playing baseball, getting able to further my career. And like you said, you know, when you get closer to the end of our previous conversations, the end of you know, your playing career, you're gonna want to have as much fun as you can with that. Because then when it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
It's time to step up, you know, become a man, understand that, and look back at life and be like, awesome, that was some of the best times of my life. But let's take that next step forward.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy it.
A couple of things, bunch of things come to mind, and we don't have all day, but number one, you and I share that common trait in that we love the game.
Yes.
I always tell my son, you couldn't run me away, you know. As long as I had a uniform and a glove, and I had a chance. And, you know, it was my passion, and I loved it, and I loved being with the guys.
Yeah.
Still friends with you know, the guys that I played with, and the other thing you learn is the discipline, the work ethic, but that persistence. You know, when things aren't going good,
Can't give
and
up.
you get out of it, and all of a sudden it starts going in a positive direction, you learn that you use that the rest of your life. You know, that value of being persistent and sticking with something, and then at the end of the day, for you, there's a bigger picture, you know, of where you're headed and what baseball has given to you. For me, it was, ultimately, an education, and a goal to, be able to take care of my family one day.
Exactly.
And so there's a bigger picture too with what I think the game gave me, and I'm sure that's in place for you too. So, it's important when things are going great, you're positive, you're upbeat, you're happy. But when things are going down too, or not going the way you want them to go, you want to keep up with why are you doing what you're doing. And that's why I asked you the question, because everything doesn't always go well.
Nope.
Life will give you what you fight for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you remember that. So, David, I want to thank you for your time today.
Yes,
Enjoyed
sir.
it always. We'll see you again.